Alright guys, today was a pretty special day. I mean, I feel like we made the best out of it. The most paying trade was this one here on QQQ. This guy. So, what is going on? Well, clearly that whale, he was targeting this area. That wasn't to be. And it was pretty clear that wasn't to be. That's why I got out, right? But it's still good. And had a couple of SPXs as well. But the fact of the matter is we have gone nowhere, right? Here's the hourly of US 500 now. We even tried after hours when futures opened to go, but they got this area on lockdown here. They do not want the market over this volume shelf. At the same time, we haven't started puking yet. You know, you could even fantasize if this is some type of head and shoulders, and that's fine. Because then we gotta drop down here to 637, right? We discussed that. But we've left this channel that we spent all last week. It started with that Monday, right? Spent all of August here in this channel. We've now deviated. So this trend line, this white one here, it goes from the April low. Come all this way. Starts right there. Now, this is not bullish price action whatsoever, because clearly the market cannot go higher. And if I wasn't trading it, I would say this is distribution. What's that? That means the market gives a false sense of hope that it's invisible. So while Joe and Schmo are buying, the funds are selling to them, but holding the market here, and then it goes. However, I think in this political environment, it would be pretty gross if we just started shitting the bed right now, because then we have nothing to back anything up with, right? So I think we're consolidating, and the moves are gonna be small until the big one comes. Obviously, when the big one comes, we will jump on it, whether it's a fake breakdown to buy, and that is kind of on the agenda tomorrow. We're not gonna gap up. The market thought that this whole peace summit was as shit as Fridays. It's like, why bother? All of this could have been done via a text message, right? Like, if you're honest about it, no one needed to get together. I mean, they've been fucking talking for 4 years here. So, if this pukes tomorrow, you have to wait until end of day and base it on premiums and where we are if you are to buy it. I mean, if you shorted today, you know what I mean? There's a good chance this goes here, and Wednesday's open has something to say. So under this trend line, yeah, it's gonna pick up some steam. It also depends upon how fast the sell is. A fake breakdown, it's usually pretty fast, right? You want to come down fast because you want to springboard out of there. If it's just starting to sell and pick up steam and there's like a slope to it, it's a real sell. Market breadth, you know, short term is still good. The interesting part here is this. That the VIX gapped up and slow bled all day, and we went nowhere, literally nowhere. We went nowhere. We're still going nowhere. So what I'm right now looking at is under ES 6469. It's bearish, and above it it's bullish. But you still have the problem here that you saw all day. I mean, I played with it, but it's not for everyone. You kind of have to know what you're doing and which strikes. I bought every single time we dipped under the Bollinger Band, and I sold every time we went above. This pattern, usually we got the high in the final hour, barely. You usually close the high day, you got a wall into the close. That MOC was not terrible. It wasn't great, but at least it wasn't a sell. So basically what I'm looking for, in a perfect world, a ripper that I can short down, because I do think we're going lower if we are to go higher, because we spent a week here and we have not gone any higher. Not only that, you unfortunately have a pre-market all-time high from Thursday, and if you don't get through it within 3 max 5 days, it's a top. So as of right now, that's on a 0.5er. That's a top. Okay, now I said in my market analysis video, which is still completely valid if you want to dig a little deeper, because we've fucking done nothing, was to look for JPM to have strength. It did, but it didn't like blow my mind. So tomorrow again in the morning, if we are to go higher, the banks need to carry us. Otherwise we're gonna be in a situation where we're literally waiting on Powell and the full moon, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, here, where are we? There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, I'd expect a pump from here into then the full moon, from new moon into full moon. Okay, that could be why we're going sideways. We're getting nothing out of the dollar moving, nothing out of oil. The 10-year has been creeping up, but nothing, I mean, it's already beyond alarming, so like that's not it either. We've seen a lot of rotation in and out of this had a way better day. Dow Jones is we still have that phantom, don't we? Or did we take it out? Yeah, we took it out, never mind, on Friday. I don't have, besides the ones I've listed, we didn't even pick up any new phantoms today. We're just waiting and hanging out. Now, the NAMO is saying that tomorrow you need a strong tech day if this bullish momentum of the 50 RSI on it is to have any merit. That's why tomorrow is such an important day in the week. Do we get our puke that, in my opinion, could still be a buy if it holds this volume shelf? Meaning, do we fill this half moon as fast as possible? If we fill it fast, then you can play the bounce, at least to the retest. Okay, then you might want to get out. Or are we gonna go sideways? So we'll determine that at open real quick. If it's gonna be another chop day, I'm not gonna sit in it. I'd rather take end of day YOLOs, because I don't want to play karate all week. Did sell end up that meta sell was good. It did show some relative strength after its dump, but again, it didn't dump fast. And here you can clearly see, I remember posting, I was like, hey, here comes meta. It got over the 9, but it rejected that trend line. So now I'm not very inclined to buy it at all unless it can get over this trend line. You can draw it in. I'm putting an alert on it. There you go, because I do not like the look of this down here. UPST, the only reason I'm in it is because premiums are wonky. It can move like crack. and financials literally need to take this market higher. Okay, and it's set up for it. Frankly, it's set up to go. Another one with relative strength also in 24-hour trading is Tesla. Still in it. Can it break through this week? If it can, it's off to the races. Probably not going to touch crypto stocks. So for me, it's going to be Tesla, UPST, possibly Meta, and then obviously SPY, SPX here. Need some expansions on these Bollinger Bands. As far as the calendar tomorrow, we'll have to see what the shit show offers, specifically Trump. I mean, if he tweets or posts that he has set up a meeting for Vlad and Vlad to have a Balkan or Slavic, sandwich, then sure. I don't know if Canadian CPI and building permits are gonna make the market explode exactly. So if then you got European inflation, of course, and you can get news, and Wednesday, blah blah blah, but everybody seems to be waiting on Powell, and that will probably be countered by whatever in a post afterwards. So tomorrow is very, very important, especially open, so I'll be on for that. If it's another chop shit day, why even bother? Then I'll come on again for Power Hour. So that's the best way to catch either a move to the downside or upside at this point. They're likely to do it after hours, I think. Because what news could you give the market right now before Powell that moves us $5 to $8 on SPY? So with that said, I'll be watching good old GEX here, and this was a little confusing today because QQQ is showing upside. SPY is like, you start breaking these levels, there's a long way down, and that is true, of course. And also, let's just check tomorrow's GEX. Tomorrow's the 19th. Yeah, you got upside gamma, and then you got gamma down to that area I just showed. I mean, this is pretty sizable here. So again, the fact that we couldn't close at highs and we tried after hours and we're still being droopy dick here, it's not the best scenario, the most healthiest looking thing. We'll see where we land tomorrow. All right, guys, thank you. God bless.